Oklahoma and Texas, Brent, are scheduled to join the SEC in 2025. I find it odd that they've already played one lame duck season in the Big 12, and we're looking at 3 more.
Yeah, look, I can't imagine that either. I mean, it was not well received, shall we say, to put it mildly, among the rest of the conference and their fans that OU and Texas continued to be in there. I really do wonder that, and Mark, you know good and well behind the scenes, and boy, how would you like to have this job as the SEC schedule maker over the next 2 or 3 or 4 years and trying to have all this stuff fit together. But I'm with you. It really makes you wonder that maybe by 23, sure not going to happen this year, obviously, 23, 24. I mean, I think it would be in everybody's best interest to go ahead and get them in early, to have them leave, and to kind of go from there. Now, listen, one thing you said a minute ago deserves a tad more emphasis, and that's expansion. Now, I really believe, and have said, used this term for years, expansion's not dead. Expansion's only dormant. And look, I'm not reporting this as happening. I'm not saying this is going to happen, but I've seen 2 or 3 reports that have really got me thinking about this, that Mark, the SEC may not be done. Frankly, I mean, there's some thought about you add OU in Texas. Well, what's going to keep them from going to 18 or 20 or something of that matter at some point? And I don't think that's something they want to jump in immediately with. But when you've got the power that the SEC does, and people would say, well, what would it take from a geographical perspective? Expansion no longer has anything to do with geography. We've seen that with the Big 12. We've seen that with other conferences. Now again, what the SEC would tell you is it would have to be value. That they're not going to just have a couple teams join just to have a couple teams join. I mean, it would be, let's be honest, Mark, a big name brand in order for that to happen. So, and again, it may not be anytime soon, but you never say that expansion is over. Now they've got to get OU and Texas in and get used to that situation. And with that going on, you've got other things to keep in mind. And this is a part of what's going on here too, Mark, is what do they do with divisions, or do they go to these pods? How do they really divide this up with any kind of equality, and who wants to keep what rivalry intact? These are just, again, some of the deluge of questions that the SEC is going to have to deal with, or certainly begin to deal with during these next few days.